So I spent 30 days using Claude AI to write Facebook ads for clothing brands. We're talking full ad copy, hooks, body, call to actions, all generated by an AI. And here's the part that surprised me. Some of them outperformed what our team wrote by hand. Now that may be surprising to you or maybe not surprising to you, but some of them were absolutely terrible. And most people are grabbing this and putting it out into the world. I see a lot of it. And the difference between which ones worked and which ones didn't has almost nothing to do with the AI itself. And I'm gonna show you exactly what happened, what I learned, and the three-part system that separates the ads that actually convert from the ones that waste your budget. So most clothing brand owners assume AI written ads are a shortcut. Write a prompt, copy and paste, run the ad, print money. And to be fair, that's what I assumed too when I started this experiment in like 2022 when we first got access to ChatGPT. It was like December and I was like, wow, everything's gonna be amazing. But what I discovered is that AI is not a shortcut, it's an amplifier. If you don't know what makes a good ad, the AI just gives you bad ads faster, which maybe you can learn, I don't know. Now, here's the crazy part though. If you do know your brand, your customer, and your offer, Claude can produce ad copy in minutes that would have taken our team hours. Over 30 days, I tested 3 specific things that determined whether AI ads worked or they flopped. I'm gonna walk you through all 3. And by the end of this video, you'll be able to use this exact process for your own brand. Part 1. The first thing that you actually have to do before we even get into part 1 is what I call a system prompt. So think of it as an overarching way that your brand is going to be reused again by the AI. Most of the time when you type something into Claude or to ChatGPT or whatever it may be that you use for this video, I'm talking Claude, when you do that, the memory is gone afterwards. And so you need to create a system prompt. The people who are excelling, the people who are winning right now, who have consistent output, are creating system prompts. So what is a system prompt? A system prompt is a way for you to give borders or bumpers on your content. Think of it as like a bowling alley, right? Where if you put the bumpers on, you're not gonna hit a gutter ball, okay? This gives parameters for your brand that you use consistently over time. Whether you're a single founder, or you got a co-founder, or you've got a 10, 50, 100 person team, you can create a system prompt that each person can use to get a very specific output. So not everyone is coming up with all these great ideas and then it's very watered down. So I will give you this prompt. Just comment the word prompt down below and I will send it to you as a system prompt. So it says, you are a direct response brand strategist and copywriter for, right? Insert your brand name. You think in terms of customer psychology, conversion, and brand identity, etc. Okay. You need to fill out brand context. You need to fill out the brand profile, tone and voice, output, voice examples, and then the output rules. Okay. So this is all right here. That is not the point of this video, but the point of this video is that you write great copy, and to do it consistently, we can do it one time and you have to do it all of the time going through this video, watching it again and again, or you can create a system prompt, create it one time, and then go back to this video and you can actually implement everything, okay? So is it required? No, but you would be absolutely crazy to not put it into place. Okay, so part 1, the prompt is everything, and most clothing brands are prompting AI completely wrong. Here's what I mean. So look at this prompt. Write a Facebook ad for my hoodie. All right, this is what most people type. And what you give back is this. Okay, we'll see here. Give me a few details, right? At least Claude asks you this, all right? Claude at least does that. ChatGPT won't even do anything like that. It's technically a Facebook ad, but it could be for any brand, selling any hoodie to anyone. It has 0 personality, 0 specificity, right? It's not specific, and 0 reason for your customer to care. Now, look at what happens when you give Claude the right context. We give it the brand voice, the customer avatar, the specific product benefit, and the emotional outcome the customer wants. What came back is this. Same AI, completely different result. This works because AI is a mirror. It reflects back exactly what you put in. The more specific and emotionally rich your input, the more specific and emotionally resonant your output. It's the same reason great copywriters spend 90% of their time researching their customer before they write a single word. But knowing how to prompt is only part of the equation, which takes us to part 2. Love this brand brief will make every ad we write sharper and faster. Let's start with the first one, question 1 of 3, paste in the review, the DMs, blah, blah, blah. Your output is gonna be so much more in-depth because you're gonna go into the specifics of your brand. You should know your customer avatar. You should go and be able to grab all the reviews. We are just assuming some things here and still getting great results. I'm giving the actual prompts, but not going into crazy depth with the specifics of the brand. Here we go. Okay, now we've got some stuff. Good news, I found enough about Fitment to work with. It's a high-frequency sportswear brand designed in Boulder, Colorado and sewn in LA. This is where we get into the part 2, okay? Now you know that prompting matters, but here's where most clothing brands still lose money even with a great prompt. Watch time on your ads. Facebook calls it the through play, is one of the most important signals Meta uses to decide who to show your ads to. The key to creating ads that stop the scroll in the first 3 seconds. So average hook retention is under 20%, which means that literally 80% of people leave after about 3 to 5 seconds. Now good hook retention is that 30 to 40%, and outlier hooks are over 50. And the ads in the outlier category get exponentially cheaper distribution from Meta, okay? So we always say, what's better, a photo or video? And typically I say they both are actually really good. However, if you can create a very good video, a video will always beat an image. It's just that most people can't create content with video that really resonates with their audience. So I took 10 AI generated ads and broke down what happened in the first 3 seconds of each one of them. Let me walk you through the patterns here. The ads that performed best opened with a statement that broke the viewer's mental scroll pattern. Example, this hoodie made me late to work and I regret nothing. Weird enough to stop, relatable enough to make you read on, and the strongest ads used the exact words our customers use in reviews, DMs, and comments, not marketing language, okay? So Claude surfaced this language instantly when we fed it raw customer reviews. Super soft fabric, ignored. So soft you'll wear it 3 days straight and tell yourself it still counts as getting dressed. Okay, that's a scroll stopping. AI generated the second version when we prompted it to be specific and human. Cold traffic needs curiosity and call to action. Retargeting, let's not get into the craziness of meta retargeting. Technically, if an ad is shown more than once, it is retargeting, but you can create content that goes after somebody who's farther along into your funnel, right? Versus a completely cold audience. But retargeting needs urgency and call to action. Claude produced 5 variations of each instantly when we specified the funnel stage in the prompt. This alone cut our ad creative time by 60%. Now pause here. Look at these 2 ads. Before I tell you which one won, take a guess. The entire framework is built on one insight. AI doesn't know your brand or your customer. Your job is to become the translator between what Claude can do and what your customer actually needs to hear. But there's one vital piece of the puzzle that we haven't talked about yet, and it's the reason some brands will use AI and win big, while others will use it and wonder why literally nothing has changed. And before we get into that final part, I wanted to mention something that makes everything we just talked about even easier. If you are trying to figure out how to make meta ads work, there is a no-cost strategy session that you can set up with us. You just need to check out the link in the description down below. We are going to go into the gaps that you have in your business, why your ads aren't working, and really a solution for how do you get back on the right track or scale to that 50, 100K, $1 million month. All you have to do, again, there's limited spots. Go check out the link in the description down below. All right, so on to the most important thing I learned, and honestly the most counterintuitive, which is part 3. The clothing brands that win with AI are the ones who use it for speed, not as a replacement for strategy. Here's what I mean. So we could use Claude to replace our entire copywriting process. Full automation, 0 human review, and for a few weeks we tried that. The ads were technically fine, but they had no edge, no voice, no point of view, and they sounded like every other direct-to-consumer brand, okay? Regardless of clothing, it just like across the board, we're just getting AI slop. That's not working right now, okay? What worked was using Claude to go 10 times faster on the first draft, and then having a human who deeply knows the brand spend 10 minutes sharpening it. I also suggest, honestly, like getting a little bit of a start from AI, and then having a human take over and get it to like 95%, and then giving Claude the ability to review and refine and make other things better with it. And most brands either try to do everything manually, which takes forever, or go full AI and lose the brand voice. Okay, I'm saying to do both. But the brands that quietly are winning right now aren't doing either of those things. They're using AI as the engine and keeping a human in the driver's seat. Okay, at least right now, this is 2026. At least right now, that's still the case. And this is why some of our AI-assisted ads outperformed our handwritten ones. Not because the AI was smarter, because the human made it faster and the AI made the human sharper. If you run a clothing brand and you want to see exactly how we set up our system for our clients, I've linked the the details below. And if you've learned something today, subscribe. So here are the other 6 prompts that I would use based off of, again, you creating like a master file of your brand. You have this one right here. So using the brand brief above, write me 10 Facebook ad hooks for my clothing brand. Prompt 3, write like a person, not a brand reference that I'm talking about earlier. Prompt 4, the identity filter referenced in section 3, sub-technique 2. Write a version of this Facebook ad where the wrong customer self-selects out the very first line. Prompt 5, before you write anything, state the job title it has to do. Prompt 6, I need 3 variations of this Facebook ad, 1 for each funnel stage. The tone, urgency, and the call to action should be completely different for each. And the last one here, the ad just created is exactly right. Now write the system prompt that would have generated that output from the beginning so that I can use it to produce this same quality of ad product in the future. So these prompts, these 7 prompts, again, if you want them, comment the word prompt down below. I will send them to you. There are 7 main prompts. Once you have your main master prompt for your brand, these 7 prompts for the ads will be able to be used, and with the specifics of your brand, create a voice that sounds like a human for your brand that actually adds clarity to your business. YouTube knows that you need to be watching one of these videos right here. Go watch one of those next. See you next time.